Oh, baby.
Where tears will be shed.
Tears
will be ranked.
And created. Well, I guess the tears have already been created.
The tears have existed since the dawn of time.
Tears for fears?
Ooh.
Sometimes it could go spooky in here.
FIERS, fears.
Yes. And we're not making two separate ones here because as individual people, we have our own thoughts. But by the end of this video, there will be the D22 stamp of approval upon this tier list. And who better to start off with than a renowned filmmaker who has a film coming out this summer that, let's say, everybody's excited for?
Truly everyone.
Yeah.
This July will mark the 13th film from renowned filmmaker Christopher Nolan. That is The Odyssey. It's a long time coming. It stars everyone you know, including the guy who works at your local 7-Eleven. He's there. All of Hollywood's in it. Like Kyle was saying, in preparation for that, we want to take a look at his filmography there. Boy, what a time. I tier lists and rank lists, they have my whole heart. It is a competitive sport as far as I'm concerned, and I'm not a bad athlete in that regard. And I feel like Kyle's love for Nolan runs even deeper than mine. So I feel like we are a good duo for this.
We're a good duo because we already know there's going to be a couple moments where
some discrepancy
where we'll really have to figure this out. So without further ado, let's dive right in. We are going to be placing these on the tier list in the order in which they were released. So
yes,
that's what's going on here, if you're wondering. So you'll learn something if you didn't know that beforehand as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So first up, Following.
Yes, 1998's Following. It is the only Nolan film in the Criterion Collection. Yeah, it is a great place to start, I would argue, on this list. It's just a good control, I think, for the rest of this.
I think that's true. Because it's a good place to start doesn't mean that it's an easy place to start.
That's true.
It is
not because we disagree, but I think just because the rest of the list is going to be shaped around this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So listen, once we place it, we can shift as needed.
Yeah.
But the first time I watched this film was when, I'm trying to remember if it was last February or 2 Februaries ago. Not as in 2025 or 2024.
That was
the first time I watched it. Anyways,
do you want me to check?
I was in the throes of us releasing our first feature. So here's a directorial debut for Christopher Nolan. I was in the midst of my directorial debut of a feature, and just like it hit. Boy, did it hit. Mm-hmm. And it hit because I was watching the Blu-ray Criterion Collection copy that I got. So, always makes it a little bit more special even when it's physical media. So anyways, what's your gut feeling on this one there?
So, okay.
Papa.
Another thing we have to establish is, like, what's the lowest tier we're gonna do? Because like D tier, in our head we're like, oh, that's bad, that means it's a terrible movie. But is it a sliding scale? Is it a D in his filmography, which is the equivalent of a 7 in everyone else's filmography?
I mean, yes, I think we have to. That goes without saying. None of these that we are going to rank do I think are bad films.
No,
none. You at home may not agree. You may not like a handful of his work.
Yeah, I think we've got at least one friend who might be watching who will be like, you fools. And that's good.
Yeah. But, I mean, listen, we'll say I'd be fine to put it smack dab in the middle at B.
Yeah.
I don't, but then, like you say, I'm like, I don't know if anything's going beneath. Maybe not. Maybe not. I was going to say, I don't know.
But if it's a B or a C, it is not bottom.
Oh my goodness, I messed up already on our tech aspect of it. Here we go. Okay, we're going with C is what we say.
Yes, C, because it's, there's going to be stuff above and below. We can't place it too high.
Yes.
Okay, next up we have 2000's Memento, the Sundance darling there. Old Chris really popped off with this one for me. I think I liked this one more than you did, from what I recall.
I mean, I've only watched it once, and it
Sure.
was, I don't know, maybe in a less enlightened moment of just me and film in general, I guess. So, like, I just think I would probably appreciate more of it now.
Real.
However, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I was letting people's thoughts get to me a bit too much, because definitely some people are like, it's so, like, trying to be
okay.
bang, 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 bang.
Well, see, and that was my thing, is I heard some of those thoughts, was waiting for this to be that, and was
Yeah.
instead pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
I really was like, here's this thing, like, oh, really? Is it as good as they say that it is? Is this just a one-trick pony? And I was just, I don't know. I was invested all the way in, man.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah, no, I was a fan, and I think, yeah, I it deserves a rewatch, absolutely. Maybe I'll hit it up this year. Who knows?
Ooh.
I probably will, especially going into a new release.
Yes.
You revisit some of these ones.
In preparation for DOS Odyssey there.
All right, well, I think you've got stronger opinions on it, so where are you thinking?
It's for sure above Following.
Okay.
Is it? But we also talked about wanting to rank it within the tiers.
I think that'll be at the very end.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that's
think we
safer.
put everything, and then we go tier by tier.
That's safer. Okay, better go B tier.
I
It
think
is a
that's-
step up for
I
me.
think that's good.
Yeah, it's just such a, like, you see in Following, you see the roots of the preoccupations. It's very much a, like, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction beginning, in terms of, like, Following is the low budget version of this, but his handwriting is there and legible. And so Memento is just like, here's the logical extension of all these preoccupations with the requisite budget, a true announcement of this is who I am.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just everything that you can expect from him for the rest of his career is you're seeing. I mean, you see it in Following as well. Like
Yeah.
you say, he gets the check to show it off even more.
yeah, I'd say so.
Moving on to the next one. Unfortunately, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched Insomnia, so
It is true.
I have to trust you hard on this.
Yeah, I saw it. Insomnia came out in 2002. It is the only film that Christopher Nolan did not write. It was so a change of pace there for sure, but I think a script that fits with his sensibilities. I obviously like those performances, but even more so, I did some method viewing with this one. Because I was absolutely watching it at 2 a.m.
Nice.
Just feeling the edges of my eyelids or my vision starting to haze there. And there's Robin Williams has a great line in the movie where he talks about that, where he's like, this is the worst time of night when you're just, he's like when you start, it's like too late to be tomorrow and too late to be yesterday, too early to be tomorrow. You start he's like, have you started seeing things yet? Like, it's
Nice.
it's so good. I like it better than Following. I don't like it better than Memento. I think we better still say C tier.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is safer. Once again, I really like it. I think it's an underrated movie in his filmography, but when you've got a filmography this stacked, it's like, yeah, it's going to be a C tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since you already know that you want that in front,
Yeah.
I'll have to just trust you on that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, listen.
we'll see what happens
Get mad at me in
moving
the
forward.
comments.
yeah.
Get mad.
All right. Next up.
Oh, it begins.
Yeah.
Batman begins.
Oh,
Oh, I think I'm funny sometimes.
that was a good one.
Okay.
It was very good. It was very good.
Thank you.
Well, who knew, you know?
Yeah.
Who knew what this man and stepping into the superhero genre
Yeah.
would just do to the way that comic book films are made.
Oh, that would do to the way that movies
That's
were
true.
made. Like, not to jump too far ahead, but just, I don't know, maybe we'll talk more when we get to Dark Knight, but just like the amount of like value placed upon gritty realism being in your
Yeah.
movie in those late aughts. Oh boy, was that a thing. And I feel like the ripples of it are still felt to this day.
100%.
Yeah, good grief. And so this is where that began. Batman began.
Batman Begins.
Where do you want it, man?
Batman Begins, I mean, I rewatched it recently. I can't
Yeah.
remember when it was exactly, but I hopped on it in the past couple of months. And yeah, I was just like, oh man, no, this not that I ever thought it didn't rule, but I was like, this goes very hard, and it really it hit pretty good for me. Like, the pacing is pretty spot on. Christian Bale is just a little tank, and I mean, I think it, for now, maybe we go with B tier, but it could go A tier for me.
Ooh.
It's definitely not S tier. Which
No,
you...
it is not S tier.
Okay, I was like, are you...
No. This is on my ranked list that I have pulled up to be actually. This is my least favorite Nolan movie.
Okay. Okay.
If you could believe it.
But when was the last time you watched it?
For Nolanvember. So it was November of 24 when we did our little...
fairly
Yeah.
recent.
So I have watched it recently.
I have a couple...
And it was funny watching it again because I was like, yeah, this hits hard. But I was also like... It's funny. It feels a little, at least for me, I was like, this is a little quaint in hindsight, but like, it's because I wasn't, you're not totally considering just how much of a shift it was at the time.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Well, and just, what if he were to redo it after? It's the classic, could you remake the movie? What would you make it like as the filmmaker you are now versus then? Like, just,
Sure.
I don't know, man. The heavy metal aspect of horses breathing fire, trotting through the streets of Gotham.
Everything with the scarecrow. Cillian Murphy can do no wrong. I quote him to this day.
It's true.
He's here. Ooh, yeah,
dude. It's very just everything they're doing with fear. That was the biggest thing too. Just everything this movie is talking about with fear.
That's true.
And it
even in his ninja training.
Yes, everything that's being said, everything that isn't being said but is being implied, like, I don't know. So I think if you're thinking it needs to go low, you're thinking C tier? Or are you thinking the back end of B tier?
We can go back end of B, because you're saying you feel like it's leaning more A.
I'm saying it could.
Sure.
I'm mostly just like, I don't want to be throwing too much shade, but I think
B tier is safe. B tier is safe. Okay. It's a good movie. No Nolan with Cillian Murphy, this being the first one, can truly be D tier. So
yeah.
Yeah,
the script, some of those lines of dialogue, dude, just very comic booky being delivered in such a, like, if we're talking about gritty realism, I think that's probably the first place it was starting, is just the dialogue of a comic book being delivered in a really good, grounded way.
Sure.
So
I think it bears remarking, Nolan co-wrote this one with David S. Goyer, who was definitely in the comic book sphere up to that point. He'd done, was it Blade 2 or 3? He'd done a Blade movie. He'd been around. And so, it's fun to see how different this script feels from the one he wrote with his brother, Dark Knight. But again, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Here
we are.
We exchanged looks.
Here we are. We're at the Prestige, folks.
Yeah.
And which one of us do you think loves it, and which one of us doesn't love it?
This grin means I love it.
That's not true. We watched this in Nolanvember.
Yeah.
And I was feeling the equivalent of the, like, you're showing someone a film you love a lot, and they're like texting during it type thing.
Oh,
not that it was that hard. I remember towards part of it you were sleepy.
It's true.
And so I was like, I can't get. He's not going to get an accurate read on this. It's been so long since you watched it.
I'm sorry, man.
You're fine.
I feel bad. I do truly feel like I hurt you with my last read of this.
You're good.
Yeah.
If you had, I'm going to say, where do you think this should go out the gate? Because I know Batman Begins is the bottom of your ranked list. This is right above it, I would assume.
It is.
There's not a chance in hell I'm letting this go C tier.
No, it's true. It can't. Like, I get torn because people that I greatly love and respect in film, yourself included, love this movie.
Yeah.
And I've heard people talk about their reasons why they love this movie and why they feel like it is sort of emblematic of what Nolan cares about and what he stands for. And so, like, I cannot deny those things, but I just really wish it was hitting for me emotionally when I saw it.
Yeah,
but again, maybe that's insane to hear.
No, that is just so. Same, right back at you. Someone who 98% of the time, I think we share very similar thoughts. But I'm just like, how does this not hit? How does it not hit? We've got Bowie in this film. You've got Andy Serkis in this film. You have Hugh Jackman going up against Christian Bale in this film.
That's true.
You have Scarlett Johansson playing a wily mistress in a sense. Like, just, it is...
Sure.
Michael Caine, right? We're here. It's... I love it. And I wonder if it isn't a similar vibe in a sense. I'm going off topic a bit, but just the way that some people view like Signs, how it's like they're like, oh, I'm gonna get so hung up on just this dumb water thing, and I'm gonna let that taint the entire. And I'm just like, I think that's the stupidest argument in the world.
Yeah, it doesn't hold water, but truly.
But with this, if people are just like, the twins, like, yes, twins, he tells you what the movie is right out the gate with the bird, like, it's all so, and I'm just like, man.
But it is kind of a like, but of course.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah, man.
Yeah. It's
very good.
Is it S tier for you?
Oh yeah, I'd be having it. I think I would be having it S tier. I mean, but this is D22's.
Yes.
So
this is where it's tricky.
If it's B tier, get ready for me to go to bat for it hardcore. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like B's the lowest it can go, given what we just described.
Oh yeah, there's not a chance.
It is better than Batman Begins, in my mind. So it would be the highest part of B tier if it was B tier. We can go A, dude. Like, because I don't want to have to. If B's the lowest and S is the highest, I don't want it to be S. It could be A.
I'm gonna place it on A, but then I'm gonna ask you, like, give me the reason that it should go into B tier. Your reason why you feel it should go B tier.
For me right now, personally, it's just that there are ones coming up on this list that I like so much more.
But there's a lot of room on these lists here.
That's true. Nothing could be really...
So there's got to be an aspect of it that you're just like, this, rather than just the vibe in all was off. If you're like, there's this one thing that I just, meh. Because it's easier for me to like understand and latch when I go like, oh, okay.
There's
that
just
instead
this
of
thing
just
that
like
trying to like puzzle something out of it.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't totally know. You bring up the twins thing because like, listen, you were scarred that night, so maybe you remember more of what I said. Did I say something about the twins?
I think you were just something about just like the end. I think the ending, you were just like, it didn't like, this didn't wrap up well for me or something. And I think
that sounds familiar.
I don't know. Maybe here I'll offer a criticism potentially that people could run with.
Intriguing.
That it didn't bother me. The amount of turns that are taken in this film, the amount of moments where it's like, well, now it's this thing. Well, now you're reading my notebook and I'm talking to you. And I'm reading, and now I'm talking to you. And now you're attending my thing and I'm actually here. And now it turns out that I'm going to take your child away from you. Doesn't that suck? Like, I don't know. Maybe that could be a thing where people are just like, there's too many twists, too many hats on a hat on a hat. But
maybe. But I don't know that was it necessarily.
Oh boy,
I don't know,
walking up the gallows, looks at the guard. Are you watching closely? So freaking cool.
Yeah.
And just the vibe, the look. Boy, do I feel like I am just in that time period.
Sure.
Like, as a period piece, I don't know. I feel like with a lot of period pieces, they're trying to shove it down your throat that it's like, isn't this? And this just feels so, like, that's where we are, and that's all that matters. Like,
sure. Listen, for this D22 list, we better stay A tier. We better listen. It's about compromise out here. We better A tier. I also just want to take a moment now to say the longer Nolan has gone on, the more I've liked the films. His later stuff is much more it for me.
Yeah.
And a big part of it, I would say, is editing, like how dude chooses to cut. Batman Begins and Insomnia feel like they are cut very similarly in terms of how long we hold on shots or whatever.
Okay.
But the later into his career we get, the longer we hold on certain shots and for certain reasons.
Yeah.
There's a really great Patrick H. Willems video essay, not to plug tons of other people while we're here, but
supporting.
his video essay is so good, and he talks about the fact that as Nolan started to use IMAX more, it forced him to use the camera differently, to move it differently, and change the way that he cut quite a bit. And the later he goes and the more he uses IMAX, the better I feel about his work. And this is one of those ones that I like. You know, he didn't get to IMAX till Dark Knight there, so I
Which
just
is next.
Yes, it is next. And so yeah,
that's a great point. That I like that a lot.
That is an aspect, at least for me, that I've noticed in his films, like something that a trend I've noticed for myself.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. We're not quite halfway,
We are not.
but so I'll ask how you're feeling after the next one.
Oh, okay.
Here we are. Dark Knight, baby.
Oh, yet another little bit of, not a battlefield, but a skirmish.
A skirmish, mostly because when was the last time you watched this?
This one, it's true it's been a minute.
And how much?
Do I have
I'm not here to
do
just
I have
start.
a date?
I'm
Hold
not
on.
here to just start throwing arguments right out the gate.
Uh-huh.
But like, how much of this do you think is tainted in the everyone else liked it, so I'm not going to like it of your youth?
It's a valid question.
Yeah.
It's a valid question. This was a very beloved movie for me, so I don't know that I ever was like, I'm not starting from a contrarian place.
Okay.
I will 100% start with that. I was so obsessed with this movie. Like, it came out in 2008.
Yeah.
I loved Batman Begins.
Yeah.
It was, there were parts of it I had to fast forward because it was too scary, according to my mom.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad go see this movie, and I'm waiting with bated breath. I'm like, this is going to be the coolest movie that's ever been made. I have to see it. They come back, and my mom, like, the severity, the heaviness that she came to me with of like, Tyler, this is not like a comic book movie. Like, he's not like Joker, haha, funny clown. Like, she was like, Tyler, you don't understand. This is so dark. Like, with this tone, like eyes on, like set.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, you just make me want it more. Like, and so I was not allowed to watch this for 2 years.
Yeah.
It wasn't until 2010 that I finally got to see it on home video.
Nice.
And but in the interim, I absolutely watched people either recreate scenes or recreate the movie using Lego stop motion.
Beautiful.
So I had seen this movie, even
Beautiful.
parts of it, before I saw it.
Yeah.
Because I was obsessed. I was so hooked.
Yeah.
And there was a YouTuber that I really liked who did some Lego stop motion, who like, he listed this and Watchmen as like some of his favorite movies.
Yeah.
And because those were 08 and 09. And I was like, dang, all this cool stuff, and I can't even watch it. Yeah. So that was a long origin story.
That's great.
But so yeah, I've loved for a long time, but like as time has gone on, I have kind of done a bit of like, isn't that great in my own head? And but how can I do that when just every time we talk about it, we're like, oh man, remember that part where blank? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Remember that part where blank? Oh yeah, that's cool. And so it's just, I think once again, it's a case of there are just other ones I like so much more.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I think
fair.
that's the big way to look at it.
Listen, bit of fun trivia for everyone.
Yes.
This movie is the source of inspiration for our studio's name.
Yes.
When the bus is pulling out of the bank
At the very beginning of the movie.
at the very beginning of the movie, as it pulls out, you see on the side District 22. And when we were trying to come up with the name for the studio, it was like, okay, well, let's pull from sources from movies we love. And I mean, at the time, it was absolutely my favorite film. And so I was like, well, I'm going to watch this and see what comes up. The bus pulled away, and I went, that's it. District 22 Studios, man. That rules. So, for that reason alone, we must show some respect to this movie on this list.
Exactly. I was just going to say, I feel like I am.
I'll also, I don't know. I love this. Like we say, the impact that this movie specifically has had across filmmaking, in particular, just superhero films. And that we're not going to just put it high because of that, but like, Yeah.
Massively
we can both
influential
say thank you to this and how dare you to this, because some people have tried to emulate it, and boy, try something new. So,
Oh boy.
I mean, I'm fine with it going A.
Okay, good.
I'm A. It can't go B.
No.
It can't go B. It goes A.
It's A tier. It's
It is
A
A
tier.
tier.
I'm happy to hear you not say S, just because I
Like-
know what I want.
Like
in
you
S.
say, S tier. I feel you the same way. In my youth, when this was all that was, it was this is the best, and then for a while after that, like it took a while before I was like, oh, I don't know that I can say that that's my favorite movie anymore. Like,
Sure.
I don't know, and so but it's obviously Heath Ledger's performance, that just like being a little actor in high school, being like, this is insane.
Yeah.
And just the story, anyways, amazing, awesome stuff. I've got the clown mask. I've got we've got a signed poster from Anthony Michael Hall.
Shouts out Anthony Michael
who's the news reporter in it. Anyways, so
he's on GNN.
We love it. All right, A tier. So we're halfway through. How are you feeling? You feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
Okay, good.
I'm not mad at the list. I think it's pretty representative of District 22 Studios.
Yeah.
Which is what we want this to be.
Yes. This is the following at the bottom bums me out a bit.
It does. I don't know if that'll stay.
It bums me out a bit. We'll see.
It I think on the D22 scale, it would have to go above Insomnia.
I think it would, because it just, I don't know.
If we're close, it holds emotional weight. We're close to the movie.
Exactly. We're close to it, and just beginnings. Just reaching out and feeling like you could actually touch something. That movie feels so much closer to touch than...
It is a reachable dream.
So I'm going to swap it now.
Let's do it right now.
There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. Memento's still more than Batman Begins for me. Dark Knight is more than Prestige, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
This is the list.
Good.
It's great.
Here we go.
Here we get into these from here onward are my favorite Nolans.
And I think it's interesting how from here onward, I think people started developing some of their most heavy takes on his films.
Yes.
And it's so interesting. How people love to poop on someone that is making their movie, It's funny.
It's true. Here's the thing. The more, like, arguably iconic, but also just, and even more so than influential, but just popular. The more popular your film and filmmaking is, like, the scrutiny with which movies like The Dark Knight are faced with, it is more than, like, arguably any other, like, maybe not any other movie, but just, like, there is so much heavier scrutiny that, like, other movies that you like may not even hold up to that same level of scrutiny, but because this one is so popular, so just in the zeitgeist, we must pick it apart and parody it and, critique it and analyze it and, everything. And, these greats that do stand the test of time, along with the test of time comes the test of those things. Yeah. And, are your films good enough? Are they equal to that task? Can they withstand that kind of rigorous analysis there? And so, it's so all that just to say, I agree with you that this is when dude's films started to face some pretty heavy some barrages there, but I'd say the majority of them stand up to it. Most importantly, this next one on our list, 2010's Inception. I love Inception. This is one I feel like has been picked to death, and I don't know, I feel like there are some people who kind of want to stroll in with like a really snide, like, oh, I know better than this movie kind of take, and you and I are just generally not here for those. I would say, no, not generally, we're never here for those. You're not better than this movie.
No.
No.
It is, I mean, DiCaprio isn't showing up again. This is the soul
period. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
This is
that's
the
what
soul. Yeah. Nolan likes, working with his regulars there.
Yeah.
We see Michael Caine in this again. Obviously,
Yeah.
we got a Tom Hardy again. We get Cillian Murphy again. Of course.
Wait,
we
Tom
do.
Hardy again. This is the first Tom Hardy.
Oh, excuse.
Because this
yes.
is the first Tom Hardy and the first JGL that we see.
You are exactly correct.
So
yeah.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
Finding some new regulars here in the middle period is a good time.
Boy howdy. Like, is this straight to the S tier for you, sir?
Please, yes.
Okay.
If the court will allow it.
I don't. Yeah. Once again, another thing that just like the way that the movie, like you say, it becomes so much more than it just is. Like,
yes,
it finds its way into, use the zeitgeist, just everyday conversation.
yes.
It's
what part of the movie do you use as like when does it become a part of speech? When does something become like the spinning top, if you will? Like,
right. And like you see, is this when the like? Surely not. It was surely used in trailers and stuff before, but like the Brahm or whatever we'd call it.
Oh, by far the most like.
This is when
If this wasn't the first one, this kickstarted all of it.
Yeah.
People point back to it as the
dude in the
one
trailer.
to do it.
It hits and the train just comes busting through into, and you're just
and the folding of the city and like there's just there is imagery here like not to be forgotten, frankly. Imagery that, like, as late as, like, I would argue even 2016, I feel like there's stuff in Doctor Strange that they're doing. Like, yeah, they're pulling from, like, MC Escher, I guess, but, like, it's just, there's stuff in that is from Inception.
Yeah, well, and that's...
undebatably.
So, what's the anime that people are like this?
Paprika. Yes. Satoshi Kon's Paprika is the one that people seem to point back to. I personally don't. I would say, like Paprika. Inception is to Paprika as Black Swan is to Perfect Blue, and I feel like Black Swan is a much more egregious pulling of Perfect Blue. So I don't know. I've also only seen half of Paprika, so maybe I just negated my entire like credentials.
I don't know about that. Listen, we're here to borrow from films that we love.
Yes.
This is not a stealing. This is a paying homage to. This is a...
Or it's a stealing with flair. It's a stealing with making it your own, hopefully.
But you're doing it because you're like, I love this thing.
Yes.
Not, I'm going to get away with this. Like...
That's a good point. I think, people are always like, oh, did they really think they could get away with that? It's like, no.
No, it is such clearly wow, these look one-to-one. I wonder why.
Yeah.
It's probably because when Nolan was like, let's make it look like this, please.
Yeah.
Like, anyways... It rules. Inception rules. Give me in those layers.
Dude.
Give me Cillian Murphy opening that safe at the end and just delivering such a performance.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
And even the note that I want to end on for this movie is that this is Nolan's film about filmmaking. This is his statement on the process. The idea of like, what is the heist? The heist is to plant an idea, right? It's just have true like inspiration occur. To not have it's like it wasn't the dreamer cannot trace it, like it is not like forced upon them, but that through this work of art, through this heist, through this film, they are planting a seed of true inspiration in someone. Each person on the team correlates to a production member in a movie. Saito obviously being the executive producer who tries to stick his hands all up in it and messes the whole movie up. And what is Dom, our writer director, doing? He just wants to finish the movie so he can get home to see his family. Yeah. This is right after Nolan made Dark Knight. There's a reason that DiCaprio is the actor he picked. Who does he look like?
Yeah.
And how he just wants to get back to his wife and kids. Nolan is a big family man. And so for that reason, that's why it's an S tier for me. Even more so than a Batman is because how much of his heart is in this movie.
Yeah.
So.
Love it. Love it. Time. all the things that we know he loves.
That's a good point.
Just-
This is I don't know. I love that he's obsessed
It's
with
so much.
time.
Yeah,
I love
dude.
it, and
It's
this is a
time.
great exploration of
How
that.
can we view this in these different ways and just
And it's
rules.
his first one since Memento that I would argue deals with that more heavily. Because,
Yeah.
like I would say, like you said, Batman Begins, you got Fear, The Prestige.
Prestige is doing it a little bit,
That's-
you know,
that's
because
true,
you are
that's
kind
true.
of a little bit. You're jumping back and forth
there's
between
non-linear stuff.
reading the stuff, but it's much more. It's non-linear in a sense that I'm reading a notebook and then we're seeing what's happening and what he's reading in his journal. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, Inception. Who hasn't wanted to tip backwards into a bathtub on a freaking chair after watching it? You know.
I know I have.
All right, here we go. Let's get maybe a little bit contentious again.
Yeah, once again, contentious. This is 2012's The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Yeah, I really like this movie. Kyle doesn't dislike this movie.
Yeah, I don't dislike, but putting it above Dark Knight for me is a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, just as the Joker became so just
Ubiquitous in pop culture.
yes, boy howdy did Tom Hardy just absolutely.
Yeah.
And same thing. I don't care. It just people being like, "What's he saying?" Same with Christian Bale and his Batman voice. I'm like, the fact that you're talking about it this many years later,
Yeah.
it just goes to show that the correct choice was made.
Well, it's just
Like-
and like a big choice.
Yes,
a big choice, but
a
like
choice.
But I don't think a choice that like none of these things break the movie.
Yeah.
Like by any means. Again, if something can be easily parodied, it is because it was iconic enough to be able to point back to make parody of.
Yeah.
Is how I'm always defining these things there, and yeah, man, I don't know. Like, Tom Hardy wants to do crazy walks and crazy voices,
Dude,
and Nolan's like,
oh.
dude, I'll give you a place to do one of those.
Dude, and
let's go for it.
Boy, did he.
Yeah.
Boy, did he put on some. He's got some pretty platformy boots to just give him some height there. But man, I do. Once again, it's like, I don't know if Nolan with Dark Knight was like, oh dang, people's really like, they're really all about that gritty realism. Like, I'm gonna take a soft step back closer towards comic booky,
Sure.
like, I don't know, times, because that definitely feels that this is more that. Once more.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that's a good read. It is a little more. It's funny because I'm of two minds on the subject.
Yeah.
On the one hand, yeah, I agree with you. There are some like it does feel a tiny bit like, I would argue. I don't know that Superman could exist in any of these movies, but of
Yeah.
the three, maybe this one is where that would have been possible.
Yeah.
I just know that people
Yeah.
made a joke when it came out. When he gets out of the pit, they were like, "How do you get back to Gotham? Is Superman flame there?" Like that was a joke that
Yeah.
got thrown around, and I just, I don't know, maybe, but even so, I don't know, man. The world that he creates here is just so like,
I love.
yeah. I don't know, man. I just, at the same time, I'm also like, I feel like this is the movie where he's like the least interested in Batman.
Yeah.
At least Batman. Like this movie's about Bruce Wayne. Like
Yeah.
it's I feel like, I'm trying to remember how people said it. It was like Batman Begins is about blank. I forget what they said. Dark Knight's about Batman. This one's about Bruce. Is kind of the thought there. And so I feel like he's so much more occupied with the man behind the mask, as evidenced by the fact that we see him in costume as Batman so little.
Yeah.
In this one, our boy is also absolutely touching on Charles Dickens. He's touching on A Tale of Two Cities in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
He's touching on, I don't know. I just like that it's such a grab bag of like stuff that he's into, that he was like, what if I could fit all that into a Batman movie? That as an exercise just that's what makes me love it so much.
Okay, so for the court, will you, in a Bane voice, tell us where you think it goes on this list?
So you think the B team is right?
No, okay. No, where do we want it to go?
I mean, it's not, for me, it's not S tier.
No,
Not
no.
by a long shot.
Do we call it A?
We can if you want. I'd
What
put
else
it.
would I put in A? Let's call it B, I think. For the D22 list, is that where you were going?
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for
I
the
think-
compromise you're offering
yeah,
here.
I think it's...
I'm here to fulfill BT's destiny.
Okay.
Okay,
We're doing it.
but is it
I need
above Memento for you?
I need water. The answer is, well, on my ranked list I had no. Yeah,
Well, we're not.
Let's do below Memento.
Okay.
I think so.
Wow. Is your ranked list? Is it feeding your choices too much here?
No, this is
Okay.
so deeply different from my ranked list. I'm so having it as a point of reference, but like
I'm here to not even talk.
yeah,
It's
agreed.
It
Straight to S tier.
It's straight to S tier.
Straight to S tier. And
Interstellar.
I do put it above Inception. There was a time when I wouldn't have, but when we saw it in IMAX at the anniversary, there's no doubting the almighty power of the movies.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah.
Just talking about family, talking about love, talking about space travel,
Yeah.
talking about time,
Yeah.
talking about Kip Thorne consulting and him being like, how does this work? How can this work?
Lay it on
And
me,
Kip
guy.
Thorne being like, yeah, let me look at what this actually is in science, and then coming back and being like, well, if this is this and this, then yeah, I get it. So just
Yeah.
the visuals, the practicals that are used in this, amazing. TARS, what an absolutely delightful new little robot to join a cinematic, just everything
Pantheon of
great robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, Kyle loves TARS. Kyle just likes a
rules.
clever robot.
I
dude.
love a clever robot, and this is the design
Yeah.
rules. The fact that we see it get fancy pretty much once, kind of twice, but that then it's just, yeah. The fact that it was a military thing that then gets like didn't work out for the military and got like I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's this is one of the films I point back to when Nolan gets accused a lot of being like the cold technician, if you will. They talk about some of these movies being maybe more like procedural or objective or like just focused on like logistics as opposed to like being that interested in its like characters or people. Like that's a thing that gets thrown around sometimes, and I'm not going to say that doesn't exist in his filmography, but this is one of the movies I point to as a clear example of like, absolutely not. Like the beating heart at the core of this movie is undeniable, I would argue. It's literally a movie about like how can we quantify love in the universe. Like there's no social utility to it, but it is, as to quote Anne Hathaway's character, it's like, what's the social utility in that? None necessarily, like, beyond like bonding or whatever, but just like it's there's more to it. It is a force more powerful than us, and it can reach across the divide, and that is what a hopeful thing to say there.
Rules, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a soulful thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Tip top of the pyramid at the moment.
Tip top.
We love to see it.
Tip top.
All right, next up, Dunkirk.
I really like Dunkirk.
I do as well.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's very good. We love just sort of a little history-ish joint for our boy here.
Yeah.
And yeah, fun cast. Fun, not a lot of talking.
Yes, so the thing I just said about the cold technician or whatever,
Yeah.
this movie is more an example, I would argue, of like, not that there's no humanity, because we connect to these people in turn, but it is much more about just like the forensics of this whole thing. And told in his, in his style. And so it is, more zoomed out in that way, but no less stirring.
Oh,
yeah.
and like, I don't know, man, all these boats that are being commissioned by the government to go pick up their boys, when it's just like, there's some comedian, I don't remember who it is, but it's just like, makes fun of just the Dunkirk thing of just the Brits being like, remember how he made your boys go away? Like, looks like we're going to need you to go pick them up. Like, just, we sent them over there. They got in a spot of trouble. Like, just, it's a very funny bit.
Jeez.
But I don't know, man. Just this, I don't know, because he's a French, the lead, right? He's French.
Oh, Fionn Whitehead?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I don't think he's British in it. Isn't he French? Or
I-
who's French in it? Someone's French in the crew.
I was gonna say
Jeez
not
Louise.
not the lead. Yeah,
Not the lead.
he's definitely British. He
It's
was in a Bertie
it's
Gilbert
the other
short,
dude that he
but
finds on the beach that's literally stealing the clothes off of a dead
Yeah.
man so that he can get off the beach.
Yes,
Like that.
I rock so
Seeing
hard.
it and then being like, yeah, let's get you off this beach, dog. Like,
Yeah, man.
just, ugh.
Dude, I love that big long shot on the beach of the two of them just like hustling
Yeah,
across
man.
to like, oh man, just thrilling. Shot one, even them just like kind of slowly walking in this square with things like drifting down from the sky there, and you're just like, wait,
And then
what?
eventually
and
they
then the
start
shot
getting
rings
shot
out
at,
to
yeah.
yeah. This is also like. This one also low key. Nolan heard you complain about Bane and was like, "Buckle up."
Oh, you think you can't understand anyone?
You think you can't hear Tom Hardy now? Just wait.
Like,
Which
too good, though.
I unfortunately I eat it up.
Oh, yes.
I love when I just can't quite hear him. I don't know why I do.
It's because it doesn't matter.
It turns off people like my mom so much.
Yeah.
Like there was even like in Dune Part 1 when he's first talking in the tent about like a war in my name. That's like the only line that she could like parse from that and was
Yeah.
like, this is nuts. And I had a friend who was like, there's important information here that you're just not getting. I'm just like, lean in close,
Let's
baby.
go.
Just listen up.
Better pay attention. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, is this...
Can we A tier it, please?
I was going to say, it's not S, but it can be here.
I love it, and I would love if it could go on the prestige. But you know, that's
I'm,
it's you, here. No,
well, no,
you know what?
No.
We don't have to do that because this is the D22 list. The Prestige is more loved in this house by members of this house overall, I think.
But it's more disliked as well than Dunkirk. Dunkirk is one that we both go, yeah.
That's true.
So then it maybe deserves the bump up, even though for what Dunkirk does for Nolan's trajectory moving forward, I will say we leave it.
Sure.
It deserves a higher spot
Okay.
because, I mean, is this the first Kenneth Branagh in Dunkirk? Right, he's not in anything
Correct.
else.
Yes.
And then Kenneth Branagh showing up in Tenet playing,
Yeah, he's in the next two.
yeah, the most villainous lad.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We're there. We're at
Oh,
it.
we are switching. Okay, 6. So
Yeah,
I agree.
Dunkirk's done.
That should be at A tier. I also on my reg list do have a Below Dark Knight. Like
Okay.
we got to be real.
There we go.
Okay, Tenet. Oh, not a battleground per se, but this is S tier for me.
I don't think there's a battleground going on, but yeah, the love, you have more love.
It swings way more my way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was one especially, like you were talking about people pooping on certain aspects of like what Nolan does or whatever. I remember this one. I feel like this movie was where that kind of reached its peak.
Yeah.
I would argue.
Yeah.
I feel like people were so quick to just like roll their eyes at this thing. I'm like, what are you talking about? There are aspects of this that you like praised him for previously that I would argue are not like done differently here, and then aren't, or at least they're iterative. They're not like, it doesn't feel like he's repeating anything, but it also doesn't feel like it's shifted in purpose in any sizable way.
Yeah.
So it's really frustrating, and I don't get why this is a hang up for you people. And like people, I don't know, I see you out there trying to accuse me of viewing this with pandemic glasses, because this was my first movie back in the theater, post pandemic there,
Yeah.
post pandemic, during the pandemic it was still
See-
going. But like I just that also like that doesn't hold weight for me, because I've seen this movie like 7 times since then and
Yeah.
loved it every time. My family loves this movie.
Yeah.
I think this is my mom's favorite Nolan outright.
Wow.
Like she just, with my family, they're like I'm trying to remember, I said something about people like really disliking this one, and my mom's just like, she was like, are they alive? Like, did they, like, are
Yeah.
they dead watching this movie? So she's like, they watch it with their eyes closed. Like,
Yeah.
It's just so, I don't know, man. He just wanted to do a spy riff, and it's all the stuff I like about Inception, but even more. And I just,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like it.
I mean, as a filmmaker, choosing and wanting to just flex new muscles too, like, because also this is because as far as composers go, Dunkirk was Göransson or it was still Zimmer?
It was still Hans Zimmer
Yeah.
doing his signature score as sound design. I would argue that's where it reached its peak as well.
Yeah.
Like by the time we hit Dunkirk, Hans Zimmer was truly like at his like, let's incorporate the ticking of the clock. Let's do this.
Well, the
and
ticking
like,
of the clock, and I forget what it's called, but it feels like a continual.
What is it? Like triplicate something.
Yeah.
I remember that it has something to do with threes.
It never feels like it's a continual like
It's
it's
building.
always going up.
Yeah.
Like the octave is always raising, but it's not. It's a trick.
Yes.
It rules.
It's in the comments. People who know more than us about music, tell us what that thing's called.
Yeah, I
again.
remember there was one YouTube video where a dude talks about it, and we
you
watched
showed
it
it
at
to
school,
me.
I think.
Yeah, you showed it to me.
Yeah,
It was
rules. But
So bad.
but no, Tenet just man.
And
so,
this is the first Ludwig Göransson, as
Ludwig
you were pointing
Göransson,
out.
and boy did he just say, "Yeah, I've got you."
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
worry.
here. I'm here to stay.
Washington is too good,
Yeah,
so fun.
I really like him.
He takes
Pattinson's great.
Takes a cheese grater to a dude's face.
So fun.
We love it.
Kenneth Branagh, he's so evil.
He is, and using family, another tie, as the whole point to hold this woman hostage, is
Yeah.
the love for her child and the fear and.
That was another thing that people dunked on this movie about at the time. They were just kind of rolling their eyes that, like, oh, brother, what is, a wife and kid again? Like, can't Nolan think of anything else? And I'm just like, but that's...
Thank goodness he can't.
But that's what preoccupies him. Like,
Yes.
straight up, there was an interview that came out not long after it that I think people pointed back to that, like, it didn't shut anybody up, but it had people kind of like, oh, just kind of sheepishly shuffle along. Because the interview was literally, he was like, I can't think of anything worse than something happening to my wife and kids.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
I just,
it rules,
it's as
man.
simple as that, dude.
Yeah. And just boy playing with time. Boy just
Oh,
yeah.
to the nth degree.
Yeah. And backwards fight choreography.
Oh, I
Please.
love it. Well, and
Everything.
well, and-
Everything.
and the joke, Elizabeth Debicki in the behind the scenes, she talks about how, like, because it's not enough to just, like, kind of pitch shift the line. It's like they had to learn how to say their lines backwards, so when they got reversed, they could be played forwards and sound like that.
Yeah.
And so, and then Kenneth Branagh's got to do it in his accent. And so Elizabeth Debicki was literally like, she's like, I think this is a thing that we as actors need to say to each other more. It's like, do you know your lines backwards and forwards and in a Russian accent was like her thing. And I just, oh man, yeah, just a Herculean feat of logistics and planning alone.
Yes.
To like do.
Yeah,
To do
man.
any of it. And once again, a movie where like you can't understand what people are saying sometimes.
Yeah.
But again, because and for those who don't know, we'll just explain it briefly. Nolan mixed this for a specific like sound environment. They got it to the peak of where it could sound best there. And then he just wasn't too bothered with like the stereo mix after that or whatever. So it's like even going down to like 7.1 surround was lower than the environment they were gauging for. And then after that, if it goes even lower, and then if you're listening to it on your TV speakers, and if you're doing that like step, that's why it sounds like that. They don't suck at like sound design. That's not what's happening here.
Yeah.
Like-
And some people could get mad and be like, well, that's kind of hoity-toity to not care about. But it's also like, you know how much time and effort you put into something like this? Like, yeah, you want it to be at its best, at the best place that it can be. Like, yeah, I feel it. Especially just doing sound on a little feature like The Wedding Party.
Dude.
Like, getting it to sound good in a surround sound mix in a theater was like, this rules. This is
Yeah.
awesome. This is so cool. And then it's like, okay, now it's time for the stereo mix. And it's just like, all right, like, we still care about it, but like, we wanted to make sure it sounds good.
It's presentable.
If this can go into a theater, then we want it to sound good in a theater. Like,
Yes.
it rules.
And that's what our dude prioritizes. But and also I'll just say really briefly, before I even learned any of that about how they mix or whatever, I straight up just kind of took it as like a creative choice right alongside the fact that the protagonist is the protagonist.
Yeah.
I was like, no, he wants you to like zoom in and think about the writing process, not about dialogue, but about writing and like just structure of story is what he wants you to look at. Like if Inception was about the technical part of filmmaking, I took it as like, this is what it's like to be inside someone's head who's writing. The idea of jumping back and forth and like things playing forward and in reverse and how you've got to contemplate those things. Like that was how that hit me. Like that was my analysis that I really liked. And I remember there was were you there? We were at a shoot at somebody's house, and the homeowner was like, "Oh, you guys seen anything good lately? Saw Tenet, it was bad." And I was like, "Oh, actually, I think it's this. Like I said all that, and he just kind of stunned silence, and he just goes, "Yeah, they need to leave that kind of stuff at Sundance." Like he was just so good off that. But I don't know. Like I
like that take a lot.
That's my headcanon. I haven't heard anyone else say it. That is 100% me. I love it.
That's great. I love that. I love that thought. I think it's great.
Thanks.
What
man.
a take. And you heard it here, folks. District 22 Studios, everywhere.
A D22 original
YouTube channel. So S tier.
It's S tier for me, but
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be S tier for you though.
No, I'll put it there. I don't. Once again,
I make a compelling case.
I will put it on the back end.
Sure.
Because I don't think Tenet gets made without Inception doing what Inception did for our lad.
This is fair. This is true.
But then again, I don't know, dude. The cast is also just as insane. The action is huge and
it's
crazy.
massive. It's massive. That showdown, dude.
It's
the scale of it. All the soldiers, the people.
It's a temporal pincer move, you guys.
Dude, yeah.
Like
again, another thing that I say. One of the things I say in my daily life.
Yeah.
Do I call something a temporal pincer movement?
Listen, we'll put it there for now. We can review at the end if we need. But I'm fine with it being an S tier.
That is a very healthy place.
Also because this is D22. Like,
yes,
we're here. We have strong feelings about it that a lot of people don't necessarily agree with, and we stand by it. We stand by you. Here we go. And that brings us to the end.
The final boss.
The final Oppenheimer.
Freaking pull our hats off solemnly.
Seeing this in IMAX.
Yes.
That sound design rocked my world.
And your seat.
Like
you felt it in your chest.
We were off to the side in the front because it's busy as all get out.
Yeah.
Because we saw this together.
Oh yeah.
Opening
it was
night.
you, me, and Kurt. Yeah.
And yeah, that was just that opening montage, man, of just him in his early days was just
Yeah, the spinning one, yeah, and then the
two
absolutely, yeah, everything about it, like I can't even talk about it broadly because I just start zooming into specifics.
Yes.
Like you just said, the opener, those sounds right there, which makes me think of, the sounds of the feet stomping and what a motif to use throughout. And then I go, oh man, well that makes me think of the whole scene when they are in the gym doing that. And then you're like, oh man, well that makes me think of that part of the Einstein dialogue where he says this. And then, oh man, you think about, IMAX, you want to talk about IMAX? Well, what about this part? Like, yeah, dude. And I just start going.
And like, you want to talk about an ensemble.
Yes.
Like, this is where he realized he had all the stones in his Infinity Gauntlet, and he was like, I can do this, and now this happens, and then
everyone, including Devin Boston,
like
including Roderick,
like I struggle not placing this. I mean, Interstellar holds like a magical place in my heart.
Yes,
but this. It both hits me emotionally.
Yes.
It hits me intellectually as a filmmaker, like a freaking just...
like an guys, this was a tragedy. We're talking about a tragedy here.
Like, Cillian winning with it. Like,
yeah. It winning Best Picture.
It winning Best Picture. Just, I don't know. Because, yeah, I don't know. Is it the tip top?
It's the tip top, dude.
It's the tip top.
It's yeah, pretty much upon arrival.
Which,
like, seeing it, like, I remember at the very least seeing it and just immediately going, "Oh, the Oscars, Cillian's." Like that was undoubted. That was like a given.
Dude.
But I was like, is this his best movie? And yeah, like I say, basically upon arrival, I was just like, this is...
black and white for the stuff.
Yeah,
Oh my
let's just
gosh.
invent black and white IMAX film, dude. We better invent it for Nolan. We better
Robert
just invent
Downey
it.
Jr.'s like,
Yeah, he won for it.
oh,
You know. Yeah,
oh
dude.
my gosh.
There are whole like, and this is some real film nerd shit, and it's specific to you and me, film nerd stuff. But like, we saw it like as it was happening. There's a moment where Strauss he's talking to the Alden Ehrenreich character, and he like takes his glasses off and he kind of like leans this way and does one of these, and then I forget if it's like when he comes back to, but just like there's a moment where focus is just soft.
Yes.
And it's beautiful.
And you,
like
you use it because that's the take.
That's the take. It's acceptably in focus for analog, and it just like I don't know. In it is beauty. In it is like this like a bit of like not the seams are showing, but just like the filmmaking, that there is like people behind this making this thing. The illusion is, you know, maybe not shattered for a moment, but like you see the maybe the sleight of hand, but it makes you appreciate the whole thing that much more, because there is craft going into this. There's a mastery here that you get to for a brief glimmer. You do take note of it, and it makes you, I don't know. For me, at least, it moves me. It wows me. Sorry, I didn't mean to take the mic and run. What do you got there?
You run away. I think it's easy for people to immediately want to dunk on this film and hate it because it's about the man that created the atomic bomb, and they're just like, well, that shouldn't be celebrated, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's just like, sure, if you are blind and that's all you think this movie is, like, holy cow, because I've also heard people being like, it's basically just a Wikipedia page movie.
Oh, if people said that?
I've heard that.
Oh, get out of here.
And I'm like,
listen,
on the flip side, I'm like, talk about the most, if we say sure it is, talk about the most masterfully written and laid out Wikipedia page ever.
That holds no weight for me. I don't know. I don't want to throw shade, but I can think of at least one music biopic that you haven't seen yet that I've seen and used to like, but now don't.
Yeah.
That is textbook Wikipedia cinema, to the point where like there are lines that they say where it's like, oh, that's a fun fact they pulled from Wikipedia that they just used as a line of dialogue. There is nothing like that in this movie. Not even close. And frankly, there is a thesis to this movie. You read a Wikipedia page and it's just the facts. This is so far beyond just the facts. And once again, another movie that I point to alongside Interstellar, when people try to accuse him of being, you know, heartless or cold or whatever, this movie, the things he does with subjectivity for character, the moment of Florence Pugh grinding on our boy during the deposition, and how like for Emily Blunt, she's like, here they're airing our dirty laundry literally, and here's this mistress just like jeering at me, staring me in the eyes as we're doing this. Like, I just, no, man, that's great,
dude.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
like,
I saw it and I was like, I haven't seen Nolan do that before.
Exactly.
That's a new thing that's being flexed. We're moving into new spheres with this being, you know, an historical movie. I mean, obviously Dunkirk was too, but just like this thing, I think it was David Ehrlich at IndieWire who said, like, if Oppenheimer didn't exist, Nolan would have created him. Like, just such a perfect match for historical figure and teller of the story.
Yeah.
Very similar, I would argue, to like Sofia Coppola doing Marie Antoinette and Priscilla. Like,
and then just Cillian being able to, like, in his speech, in his, you know, acceptance speech, the whole, like, you know, he created a new world after making he created a new world and we're just living in it, and like, here's to the peacemakers. Like, just talk about an individual who understands that like the performance required for this film like needed to have the most humanity possible, because the situation is judging other people, like what you have to take into consideration for any and all of that is just, he did such a good job at making you be like, this was a man. This was a human.
Yes, a human.
And
absolutely.
having to make I don't know. It's not an apologetic film. It is not a.
Oh, not even
like,
close. Like
it's-
the whole, I think people almost kind of turn their nose up at like, oh well, he made a whole new world. And it's like, and I would argue the movie's saying that's a bad thing.
Yeah, he
Like,
at the end is just like,
yeah,
yeah, this is terrifying, eh? And Albert Einstein's like, yeah,
yeah.
like you get to now live in a world where you've got your accomplishment. Now you're gonna be judged, and then
Yeah.
eventually they'll offer you that salmon dinner or whatever.
Yeah, the salmon dinner, you get this medal, and that'll be
Yeah.
that. No, I think too, like another element is I've seen people take issue with, like we say, with that potentially, like it's like, you know, a glorification or whatever, which, you know, I don't think holds any water at all, as we
Yeah.
described. But like I would argue that the means by which they sort of like the idea that there were people in the room who were like, actually, making this is going to save a lot more lives. And that being kind of a like thing to try and like massage him into doing it,
Yeah.
like I think is not unwise. I have to imagine that was absolutely thrown around. People kind of take issue with maybe the fact that they're like, see, the movie's trying to be like he's just this innocent bystander, and they just kind of fleeced him. And it's like, I don't think that it's saying that either. I don't know. I think it's so thorny. It's so gray.
It's so-
and we exist in that gray super hard by, again, like humanizing a human. Haha, you know, he's actually a person. But and so we, like you say, we get to see the humanity there, and we see these horrible forces at play. And yeah, maybe there's a scene where we see him feeling a little bit of remorse or whatever. And I know people that took issue with that. They were like, well, he wasn't remorseful. It's like, you don't know that.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe he wasn't totally remorseful, but there had to be at least one moment where he was like this. Like, and so I don't know. Sorry. I hope I'm
run,
not
brother. That's the point.
steamrolling all over you. I have no patience for it. Luckily, I haven't seen, none of that has really endured. I feel like that maybe was kind of some knee-jerk hot take internet stuff when it came out. I have not really heard a ton of that
I mean, I still think I hear people being like, "Meh, I didn't like it."
Sure.
But luckily, it kind of ends there.
Yeah.
It kind of is like, well, I don't even want to debate it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk. And it's like, oh, okay.
Nothing else holds up to scrutiny. I don't know. I've seen like chronic Nolan haters have to go, okay, well, this one was pretty good. Like I've seen a bit of that.
I think if they're a filmmaker, you can't look at this film and not go, the scope, what was like,
Yeah.
But if you're not a filmmaker and you're viewing this just as, you know, the average consumer sort of thing, I think that's where people are able to be a little bit more just like, meh, boring, like,
Yeah.
boo. And you're just like, oh. So at the end of the day, with all of these films, and I think about it often in many movies, that people could, you know, get sort of irony poisoned over or whatever. Just like, thank goodness we love these movies. Thank goodness we love these movies. So, in summary now, let's go through these, make sure that they are in the order they need to be.
Bottom to top. Here we
Bottom
go.
to top.
At the bottom, Insomnia. He didn't write it. Not that that
Yeah.
makes it bad, but it's just we here at District 22, we are so interested in just like, I mean, you heard us discussing it, right? Like, I care about Inception specifically because I see how much he cares about Inception and what he's saying about, you know, his personal life and stuff. So that's why that takes such a high priority for me. And so as a result, this authorially is maybe the one least close to his heart.
Yeah.
Is the best way to say that.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. So yeah, our C tier, it's set.
Yeah, okay. Flow with me here.
Okay.
What if we put Following above Batman Begins?
So following jumps up into B tier above Batman Begins. Is that what you said?
Maybe that's too crazy.
I don't know that it's too crazy. I'm here for it. It was in my favorite 4 on Letterboxd for a hot minute. Right after I watched it.
Yeah. I mean, I really like it. And yeah, I guess you can't really kick Begins down into C tier.
No, not a chance.
Yeah, I suppose not.
Oof, yeah, it going above that's a weird feeling, but I think it's correct.
It's too much.
I think it's correct.
I just if what I just said is true,
Yeah, for
if that is our statement
D22s,
for D22,
it is, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so then Dark Knight Rises and Memento, do those need a swap for you or no?
I mean, that almost makes me want Following to go above Dark Knight Rises. But maybe that's too crazy. I don't know. I just, like you say, it was in your top 4, man.
Let's go,
it just,
man.
It resonates for us.
I am. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I personally think that it's in a great spot now.
Yeah.
And that, yeah, like I say, the other ones are like, they're fun and they're good Nolan movies, but following, like, he had to make his debut. He had to make his first statement. Memento was like his definitive first statement, so I think that's in a good spot.
Yeah.
Prestige, I think, also is much more of a, like, again, just another, like, this is me kind of movie.
Yeah, 100%.
So-
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it belongs there.
Uh-huh.
Those A tiers are strong, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Dunkirk.
Dunkirk
So-
being where it's at, I think is okay. I
Yeah.
think it could go beneath for me if we really needed to, but like we said,
If-
we both liked Dunkirk, whereas Prestige we have some difference, so it slides down. I think that's fair.
Okay,
I think that's fair.
All right.
Dark Knight should still be top of the A tier.
heck yeah.
S tier. Does Tenet need to move up for you?
This reflects my top 4 on my Letterboxd Nolan ranked list.
Yeah.
So that S tier is great. I'm gonna ask you: do you need Tenet to be in the A tier because of how, like, the fact that it's that high above Dark Knight? Does that just, like,
It's not. It's only one.
does that mess you up?
It's only one slot above Dark Knight.
Sure. Does it need to be A tier but above Dark Knight?
I mean, maybe.
It's-
but it does so much for you.
It's true, but we're team here. I don't know. It's the house ranking.
We are a team. Then.
I think of other people in the D22 house that would be appalled that is
that
what's
this
happening.
isn't an S tier.
Yeah, or not that this is an S tier so much as Dark Knight isn't in an S tier.
Yeah.
And so I
mean, hey, we could just move that up here.
I don't know, man. I'm muddying the waters too much. I give you final say on that one.
On this one?
On what we've discussed here now. If it needs to be S tier, listen, man.
I
it's
think it
District
does.
22.
It needs to be S tier.
It's District
In
22,
thinking about it,
dude.
yeah, it's once again what it did as a thing, what it did for me as a filmmaker,
Yes,
what
man.
it did for the name of our studio, all of the above, all of the above. I'm okay with it sitting there because Tenet just I look at Tenet and we'll say this probably isn't true. The actors that we've heard Robert Pattinson multiple times say, like, I don't know what was happening when we were filming. Like, and just
He was just hanging in there.
If we haven't had to have our actors just pull up to, like, help out, and they're like, what's going on? And we're like, just trust us. Let's make a movie.
Yeah.
Like, we'll put Tenet up there because it's got some similar vibes in only that, everything else.
Yeah.
Way and
Also,
above.
brief fun fact involving Robert Pattinson. Do you want to share this one?
I mean, I was going to say it when we were saying Oppenheimer.
Oh, excuse.
It's only, but
I
yes.
jumped ahead. Yeah.
No, no, I was saying I was going to say it and I forgot to say it.
Oh.
So you started,
just,
so you should say it.
Yeah, American Prometheus was the book that Pattinson gave to Nolan. Was like, dude, check this out, and it's this biography on J. Robert Oppenheimer there, and that's what had him making Oppenheimer as his next movie.
Do we know if there was any inkling before that he was going to go in that, or it's like totally this begat that?
I don't totally know. That's a good question. I wouldn't be surprised either way, I think.
Because I'd be interested if Nolan wasn't just like talking with him and being like, I'm interested. And if then Homeboy was like,
You should
I've
read
read
this
this
book.
read this book.
Yeah, that seems like the most logical
Yeah.
flow of it all.
Yeah.
I don't know that Nolan's one given to, like, flights of fancy, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I could believe the story either way. That's the one I think
The
that
fun
is
version,
more...
the more real, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's the more real one.
But the fun version is we only got Oppenheimer
because of Robert
Pattinson.
Pattinson. Yeah, there are people who will believe that based off of one clickbaity, article.
So that'll be the name of this. That'll be the name of this video. So that they'll just...
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
The rest of the S tier, it's set. It's
Yeah.
set. Inception above Tenet,
There's
Interstellar next, Oppenheimer.
There's just no question.
What a filmography.
Yeah.
What a beloved director in these hallowed halls of this studio here.
Guys, where is the Odyssey going to go?
I don't know, man.
Where is the Odyssey gonna go, dude?
I don't know if we can talk about that too much here. It might springload us into.
It's true.
If you had to place it,
I'm not gonna place it, but
okay.
I just want to say this because this is something that's been on my mind because of some work I've been editing. No spoilers, which just this will be far and away Nolan's most like fantastical offering.
Yeah.
Inception's the only other thing. Well, I guess you got Interstellar. There's a whole thing in space. What am I talking about? But just Interstellar and Inception are the biggest, like, just, yeah, like I say, just sort of fantasy elements. Like, because he's so committed to not using CGI.
Yeah.
But like, here are these Inception and Interstellar are movies where CGI absolutely had to get used. You had no choice for the types of things you were trying to do.
Yeah.
And the Odyssey is going to, I mean, we're talking Cyclops, we're talking, potentially sirens and gods and what have you. Like, there's no way that like you can sidestep some of these effects.
Yeah.
And so it really makes me curious, like, to see him do something like that, because we just haven't had a ton of that in his filmography up to this point.
Truly no CGI. Who has said that?
Oh, of the Odyssey, no one. I don't think that's been said. We just know that he in general,
he's
like,
taking a practical approach to the majority of, like, they filmed on the ocean.
Yes.
With a legit,
that real boat and all that real.
Because that's the thing that, like, the Corridor crew at Corridor Digital, they like, they're just, the amount of movies now that are just like F1 saying that it's like no CGI or whatever.
Oh, did they?
And it's just like, that's not true.
Yeah,
like
there had to be some.
the
like,
whole thing.
You
not
matted
that we can go
something
into
out.
Yeah, you're taking real race cars from actual races and then like compositing them together in a race to get the events that you want.
Yeah, I think it depends. Yeah, what people mean when they say CGI. I guess.
Well, that's just it. People say it, and it's like, no, like, you need to be saying no AI, no whatever. Like,
yeah, or
stop.
like. There was no truly computer generated, like, there were no, like, we didn't generate a troll, but, like, absolutely, we even just had to, like, mat out a logo in one shot. Like, that was technically
that's
a
where it's like, don't
effect.
sidestep a whole wing of your production crew to just, like, say something. Anyways,
to sound
none
catchy.
of that matters. Nolan's the bomb. We love him here. Thank you for watching. There will surely be more to come. If you have a filmmaker that you would like to have us make one of these for, let us know in the comments. We're even thinking of doing some with the actors and their performances and things like that. So let us know. Make sure you are subscribed to our channel here on YouTube. Make sure that you are following us on our social media. It's at District 22 Studios.
At District 22 Studios everywhere, including on patreon.com/District 22 Studios.
Yes, exactly. Where you can get some extra long content, you can get bonus content, you can get all the things there. Thanks for spending the time with us, and we'll see you next time.